Hello.
Yo,
Hey, what's going on, Ave? Are you
hmm,
ready for another episode of Head for the Hills?
yes, sir.
This
Yes,
gonna be a
sir.
be a special edition one, man. It's gonna be a football joke, man. The holiday we all been waiting for,
Yes, sir. It's
opening
upon us.
Thursday. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sir. So hopefully, everybody got some good entertainment on the way. Hopefully, some W's for the two teams involved. Some good eats. You know what I'm saying? Just a good time, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's finally here, brother. But on this episode, man, we're gonna be breaking down first week. We're gonna be breaking down the season overall. Preliminary, you know what I'm saying, guesses of what we think the year gonna entail for us. Like playoff teams, Super Bowl winners, and accolades like the coaches, MVPs, and stuff like that. But man, you ready to get right into it?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what do you think we should start? You want to start with week one coverage and then cascade into the season?
Yeah, let's do the week one coverage. Yeah, good
All right,
idea.
so we're not gonna spend like a lot of time on this. We just gonna cover who we think is gonna win week one.
All right.
All right, and we can start off with tonight's game.
Um, Tampa Bay versus Dallas. I'm gonna take. Even though yesterday, like I was saying, everybody picking Tampa Bay, man. You know what that normally lead up to upset city, but I'm gonna roll with Tampa Bay too, man. I feel like they're a little bit more cohesive. You know, Dak's coming back off that gruesome injury. Still got to see how Dallas defense is going to come out of the gate. I know they'll end up being solid, but fresh out the gate, not too much preseason action. We'll see. I'm going with Tampa Bay. What about you?
All right, I'm going with Tampa Bay as well, and it's hard to say that a team winning the Super Bowl. I think they still got that little chip on their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Surprisingly, right?
yeah. So I think they come out with something to prove, and I think one person you don't want to give a chip to is Thomas. I
hmm
don't think you want to give Thomas any extra motivation. And then, like you said, they're bringing back all their starters, the cohesiveness of this team versus the Cowboys trying to redo that whole defensive side with new coaching, new players, and different roles. Like I'm not sure what's Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch roles going to be with the emergence of DeMicah Parsons and Jabril Cox, and
All right.
they got new players and along their secondary as well. Trying out safeties at linebackers as well, so it's going to be much to see. And like you hit the nail on the head. Dak didn't play at all this preseason
At all.
after missing a lot of football last year. It's kind of concerning. They seem like they might be trying to cover some stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be forthcoming about the injury. He also picked up another injury with the shoulder in the preseason.
Correct.
So I'm not sure. And their backup quarterback leaves a lot to be desired. So I'm not quite sold on them yet. I'm definitely going to Tampa Bay.
All right. Hey, so before we jump off this game, right? Let me ask you a question. When it comes to Dallas, and there's a few other teams that look like they got this kind of mindset. When it comes to those backup quarterbacks, why do you feel like they don't, acquire like credible backups and they go with these guys who, if that goes down, then just there goes the season type of backup?
It's hard to say for like a bunch of other teams,
Mm-hmm.
but like, it's just I don't know. That's just been a thing with Dallas. Like, you know me, no secret. I used to be a Cowboys fan, so
Mm-hmm.
and that's like one of my main gripes is like their roster management. Like they'll
Right.
always keep a running back, a receiver. You know, if you ever remember like any Cowboys team, they always had nice cornerbacks. I mean, nice receivers and running backs.
Right.
And they kind of keep a quarterback. I think they had like a stretch where between Aikman and Romo that was a tough stretch or whatever. But they always keep them nice skill positions. They don't really develop too much on defense and offense. But I don't know. I just think it's Jerry Jones. He's just not a good GM in my opinion. Just
Right.
to keep it shorter. I'm trying to shorten that, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Like Granted, I'm thinking like Cam Newton sitting right there. You
All right,
gotta make that.
exactly.
And then like how we say, like, I think we had this discussion before off podcast, is like you get a quarterback that can essentially run the same system you run with your starter. So like it should be a no brainer, right?
Yeah.
But like they go get another ex Carolina quarterback and was it Matt Greer or something like that?
Will
like
Greer.
Who is Will Greer? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
When you got granted he's not what he was, but this percentage Cam Newton is way better than Will Greer.
All right, exactly. Just for them, just for like, you know, God forbid that gets hurt, for them to probably go bring him in anyway. You know what I'm saying?
If they do, it's like this Cowboys team just doesn't do it. Like when they didn't make the trade for the Earl Thomas, I'm like, okay, maybe they didn't want to give her that compensation. But Earl Thomas is sitting right there in free agency, or whoever. It could be like you can fill in that blank with any person that Cowboys could have gotten. They just, for that reason, didn't pull the trigger.
Okay. Yeah. Like you said, man, Jerry, he has a certain mindset. I don't old school style, I guess. You know what I mean?
Vince McMahon-esque.
Yeah, Vince McMahon of football. And then be surprised why you haven't gone to a Super Bowl damn near since I've been alive, last 25 years. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. So it's crazy.
Right.
But moving along to the next matchup, we got your boys versus the Colts.
Yes, sir. Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm going with the Seahawks. Feeling a little better this week after our two holdouts. Our left tackle, Dwayne Brown, was crucial to the offensive line. And safety, Quandre Diggs, who's opposite of Jamal Adams. You know, he was holding out as well earlier this camp. So now that everybody is happy with the money, got their little deals intact. Everybody's back at practice this week. I feel way more comfortable now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with Seattle over Carson Wentz and the Colts.
Yeah, that will put you at ease when you get your key contributors back in camp. Because like Mr. Brown will be key to keeping Russell Wilson upright. Right. Definitely got to have him in there, and then to have a safety, your starting safety, you know what I'm saying, missing time or through holdout and stuff like that is not good. But I'm with you, man. I'm going with Seattle. Same kind of thing with this matchup. I'm not sure about Carson Wentz's health.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be missing this game.
Yeah, supposed to be out 12 weeks or something like that.
Yeah. And then with the injury of him and I think Quentin Nelson got hurt.
Yeah,
he still might play, but I'm just still not sure.
And then you also I know we talking about a couple of days ago. You also said T.Y. Hilton's hurt, right?
Right. T.Y. Hilton, now one receiver. You know what I'm saying? You got to rely on the young guys. Yeah. Michael Pittman Jr. and they got like a slew of tight ends, and it's going to be on Jonathan Taylor to drive this offense. But I think I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
Yeah, agree. So we agree there.
All right. Anything else on that one?
Nah.
All right, to maybe not so much of a sexy matchup, but we get the debut of the number one pick.
Okay.
Jacksonville versus the Deshaun Watson-less Texans.
Oh, wow.
A little bit AFC South rivalry right there off the bat.
Oh, bucks. I got a phone call. That's gonna be my bad. I'm you know what? Cause I bang with AEW, I'm gonna go Jacksonville, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's why.
You know what I mean? I can't break this down to football. You know what I'm saying? But Deshaun Watson not playing. Ain't no telling like how Tyrod Taylor's gonna be. I think he's gonna be solid, but what about the rest of the team? No more D-Hop, no more JJ Watt. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's what I was alluding to. My man said the AEW.
Yeah, so then Jacksonville, they don't have, that much more talent, but they do got the number one overall pick. I'm just gonna go with Jacksonville. AEW, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm going AEW Jags too, man. Like you said, no Deshaun, no D-Hop, no Watt. And I think they lost Fuller too. So you don't have your two top receivers from a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, because he went to Miami, right?
Right. So I think they
Okay.
probably brought in like Brandon Cooks and a few other people, but not to the caliber of those guys.
Okay.
I just don't think the Texans going to have enough in this matchup right here. So yeah, I'm definitely going with Trevor Lawrence in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Next matchup, we got a little bit of bird fight. We got the Eagles versus the Falcons.
Okay. Little Matty Ice action.
Uh-huh.
I'm a go Eagles. You know, I'm gonna ride with my man Jalen Hurts, man. Even though the Eagles don't even want him, it seemed like.
Right.
But you know, I'm gonna stick it out with the kid, man. I feel like coming back second year, he has to have one super strong mental, thickness for what he goes through, not only against opponents but his own team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, can't escape it, huh?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles, man. Miles Sanders. Hopefully they have somewhat of a decent defense, the NFC East. You know what I'm saying? I've always been completely against Matt Ryan and the Falcons, so I'm not going to change up here. What about you?
It sucks, man. And we seem to be agreeing a little bit, way too much for my liking. But I'm going with the Eagles, man. The loss to Julio. Granted, I know like a lot of people get on him for not getting the end zone a lot, but this is still a key call to losing your offense. And I think this is kind of like a little bit of a rebuilding team. You know what I'm saying? They lost like a lot of people on defense. They're still rebuilding that defense, and they lost a few people on there. Not too sure what they have at the running back position, even though I think I drafted them last night. But hey, start a running back there, maybe get some production just cause, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not really too sold on these, even though I would love to see Kyle Pitts. I think that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if he emerged like how they say he is and draw some coverage away from Calvin Ridley, because like now he's probably gonna be seeing the exotic coverage because there's no Julio.
Right.
So he might drop in production. If they don't adjust and get Kyle Pitts might eat if he is what they say he is. But I think I'm going Eagles.
Yeah, I'm going
this
Eagles.
matchup.
Yeah.
I think this is where we break up the monotony right here.
Okay.
Okay. We got the Chargers versus the Washington football team.
Okay. Yeah. So you already know I'm going with, man. Got my man Jay Herbert coming to the nation's capital, rookie of the year, breaking all types of rookie quarterback records that hasn't been broken in a while. A couple of key components on defense coming back healthy. Derwin James. One of the Bosa brothers. No, I think I got one of the Bosa brothers. He just been hurt.
Yeah, Joey.
Yeah, he's coming back healthy. Looking for this defense to be, real stern, real, tight. New coaching staff. I felt like the old coaching staff was doing the team a disservice. Although head coach is black, you always root for the black coaches and stuff like that. But definitely was doing the team a disservice. And I'm hopefully there's no sophomore slump, how they say with these rookie quarterbacks, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Yeah, Herbert literally had yards like amongst the top QBs in the league. You know what I mean? Like, so hopefully he's still clicking on all cylinders with his receivers. Shout out to Keenan Allen. I'm going with the Chargers, man. Hey, LA, do not wear the powder blues. That's all I ask, man. That's it.
Yeah, like I said, I think we break up the monotony. I'm going with the Washington football team, man.
Okay.
And for two reasons, you know what I'm saying? Me being a Chiefs fan, it's always screwed the Chargers. And I think this Washington football team is going to be good this year.
Okay.
Pretty solid defense.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that defense might get a little bit better. I always preach it. The offense a little bit better with Ryan Fitzpatrick. that could take some pressure off the defense instead of them
Facts.
going 3 and out all the time and turnovers and stuff like that.
Niggas wear
Defense can
down.
get some rest. You know what I'm saying? All them
Mhm.
pass rushers can get a chance to catch their breath, be a little bit faster, putting their ears back and going out of the quarterback. So yeah, I think I'm going Washington with their new additions. Redid the wide receiver position. They added Curtis Samuels, a nice speedy guy. They probably can do something with.
Definitely a good addition.
Yeah, I know they got the rookie I wanted, Damani Brown. I think he's going to be a great addition to that offense
Okay.
later down the road as he grow into his role and they find a spot for him on that field, that maybe that slot wide receiver or something like that.
Okay.
They got Jamin Davis in the first round, nice coverage cornerback. I mean, a linebacker, excuse me, that can help with, you know what I'm saying, making that quarterback hold the ball a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying, so the pass rush can get there. So I think I'm going Washington in this matchup.
Okay. Well, it should be at least a hell of a game to watch, potentially.
Yep.
Yeah.
This should be a little doozy.
Mm-hmm.
You got Pittsburgh versus the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh, that's correct. I'm gonna go Buffalo on this one. Maybe Mike can call me a hype beast. Might be on the bandwagon. I've been a Josh Allen fan since college, and every once in a while I still tweet this out on Twitter. How did the Jets not pick Josh Allen? That's who I was like wanting them to pick when I was like a Jets fan. Seemed like a no-brainer. And his career can completely fall apart even after the impressive season last season. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But from what he's showing so far is everything that it seemed to be. He was the safest bet at quarterback that year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing it. He got Stephon Diggs out there. Yeah, you got Stephon Diggs out there. Buffalo's defense is like amazing. Coaching staff is pretty solid. And yeah, I like the Steelers too though, but I feel like I'm leaning more towards Buffalo.
Okay. Exactly you end of your statement, I was about to start about. I like both of these teams. Like I said, this is gonna be tough.
All right.
And both two good defenses, firepower on offense. And like with the edge on the offense might go to Allen because he's a little bit younger.
Mm-hmm.
And Big Ben just hasn't looked like himself.
Right.
With that, I'm still gonna go Pittsburgh.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Najee Harris is gonna be a nice addition. Maybe they don't have to, you know what I'm saying, to rely on Big Ben as much. Hopefully they tailor their offense, you know what I'm saying, around Najee a little bit to get throwing lanes for Claypool and Juju and I think they still got James Washington. They got some nice tight ends. They got Ebron, and they drafted the guy from fucking Penn State. I forget his name. Has a weird, funny name. So he's definitely gonna have his case of targets. And that vaunted Pittsburgh defense, they had like a string of games, maybe just getting a sack a game. It was something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
With Mika Fitzpatrick a little bit another year in the system. I like Pittsburgh.
Okay, should be a hell of a game to watch. What is that? Is that 4:00 or is that 1:00?
1:00 game.
Oh yeah, all right, we got a
that's
few.
That's why the war room.
Yeah,
get the laptops, the iPads going.
Get the natural red zone going. Definitely want to have it.
Yes, sir. Moving on to the next match, which is a little bit of
Okay.
The Lions versus the 49ers.
Oh yeah. Well, to me, it's kind of no-brainer going 49ers. I can't remember the last time I picked the Lions to win a game.
No bull.
Jimmy G is the starter. He should come out. If Jimmy G doesn't come out firing on all cylinders, then he's just not the QB for this team. You know, Trey Lance is going to have his job eventually. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So he needs to go out firing, willing to die on the hill. Jimmy G, that is. With that being said, this team was just in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Still got the same team. Injuries killed this team last year. So as long as they're back healthy, this should be a runaway game for the most part.
All right. I feel you. I'm definitely going with the 49ers, man. That really too much to be said.
All right.
Don't trust the Lions. They downgraded their quarterback. And they're still a developing team. You know what I'm saying? They
New head coach and all of that.
Yeah, they always kind of on the ladder into that division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going with the 49ers, man.
Yeah.
Slightly interesting matchup. Vikings versus the Bengals.
Okay. I'm going Vikings. I mean, just being, just obviously I love Joe Burrow, but
and who else?
Yeah, got Jamar Chase.
You know what I'm saying?
Got a case of the yips, but he kind of was just trying to explain himself yesterday evening on SportsCenter as far as like why all the drop.
Oh, what did he say?
Because he was hurt and he had a hand injury. When he came back from his hand injury, this is like his first time dealing with like pro size football, so he's still getting adjusted to it. He didn't get the same kind of exposure as everybody. I mean, to me, I kind of feel like I don't want to hear no excuses, but all right, let's just give him a chance to adjust, to see if his story sticks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Even if without that story, I'm still gonna definitely give him a chance.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm looking like, what's going on with you, brother? Because I wanted them to take that tackle.
Yeah. So from your perspective, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I was cool with the pick. And then it's just like, but it's just like some of them Jones, like a screen pass.
Yeah.
Like
unacceptable.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck how big the football is. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can catch you that close to the quarterback, you can catch a beach ball coming at 100 miles per hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings though, man. This is a perennial playoff team potentially. Kirk Cousins at QB, one of the best backs in the league. Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen, respectable receiver. Of course, we know about that defense, and I just feel like the Bengals don't have nowhere near enough talent to, But the only thing I'm hoping, even with a few of these games, is week one. This is where the bad talent and the good talent will, kind of be close because of like the lack of preparation and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we might get a good game, but I'm not expecting one. I'm going with the Vikings.
Yeah, you hit the head on the nail on the head right there, like you said. It could be closer than what you think. That's a time where a lot of fool's gold happen. Like you be sold on certain teams because they start off great, but it's always how you finish.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going with the Vikings. Like you said, loads of talent. Hopefully, Kirk Cousins feels the pressure with Kellen Mond behind him. First, he can get it together. Dalvin Cook got a slew of receivers. Jefferson, Thielen. Yeah, man. And then addition with Pat Pugh on the other side of the ball. That's a nice addition to that defense. So, I'm definitely going Vikings, man. But I definitely want to see. I'm gonna peek in this game a little bit. I want to see Burrow after the injury. I know we talked about it. I wanted to see how he's gonna be. I wanted to see if is this a game with Jamar Chase can start turning it around. I want to see the offense. I'm definitely like Mixon, Boyd, Higgins.
Yeah, Higgins. Yeah. It definitely should be a good. Seeing some good talent in these games. Now, even though some of these games we feel like going to be separated, outside the Lions, all these teams still have like good up and coming talent for the most part.
Right.
So,
this is in the wrestling world, this is what we call a bathroom break match.
Okay.
Got the Jets versus the Panthers.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go Jets on this one. One, I'm not too familiar with the Panthers outside of McCaffrey and obviously Sam Darnold and Robbie Anderson, who both used to play with the Jets. You know what I mean? I really, as far as defense goes, I'm not too keen on them. I think the Jets will have like a very solid defense, even with the loss of their free agent acquisition Lawson from the Bengals. They brought in Shaq Lawson, who's going to be serviceable. You know what I mean? I feel like the offense, should be able to do enough just to beat the Panthers. I'm not a believer. You know this. I'm not a believer in Sam Darnold. Never was. All that hype that he was getting during the draft, before the draft, and then the smartest QB in the draft. That brain shit don't be mattering. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, niggas be failing the little Wonderlic test and then be having Hall of Fame careers and shit. That shit don't be mattering, bro. I like the addition that the Jets made. One, drafting Elijah Moore out of college should be good. Also getting Corey Davis from the Titans should be a huge addition for that offense. That lineman that they took out of USC, I think it's Loa version of Tucker, or something like that. Yeah. Should be good. Iffy on Zach Wilson, but everybody swear he about to be the next Patrick Mahomes. So let me just sit back and see. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like this. You ever hear like Patrick Mahomes been in the league? What? This is 4th year.
Yeah.
And the greatness he's done, and they're already comparing up and coming players to him, and he's only been in the league for 4 years. You ever seen anything like that before?
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, so shout out to Patrick Mahomes for that, man. Raising the fucking bar and all that crazy shit. But yeah, I'm going with the Jets on this one, even though, like you said, this is the bathroom break game. You got the runs. You need to go be on the toilet for 3 hours. This is the time to do it, man.
All right. Well, this one I'm gonna go with the Panthers, man.
Okay.
Even though I'm not too sold on Sam Darnold, hopefully he has just enough accuracy to hit players when they need to be. Like, I think CMC is gonna go crazy. Hopefully it opens up some some passing lanes for, like you said, Anderson, and I like DJ Moore out of Maryland, man.
DJ
Moore out of Maryland. And then on the defense, they have a crazy pass rusher, Brian Burns, man. And I like the draft pick they took, J.C. Horn, too.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, like you say, it's either way with this one. Like you said, it's a 50-50.
Yeah,
always 50-50 toss-up, but like there's no like complete favorite in this one. It's all about preference.
Yeah, we normally like we get into debates. I'm just whatever. With this game is just
right. Yeah, and I probably partially did pick Panthers too, just to break up some monotony because we had like a lot of the same picks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely want to see what Zach Wilson does, man. Look interesting. The time I did get to check him out in the preseason, if they're comparing him to Patrick Mahomes, I definitely gotta take a deep dive into him and see what it's all about. But he definitely has a nice little weapons, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And he's starting to have the tools to succeed, so they just got to keep building around him.
Facts.
Next matchup. Oh, this should be an interesting one.
Okay.
Cardinals versus the Tennessee Titans.
Ooh. It's 4:00. It's still 1:00.
Still 1:00 game. The next game kicks off the 4:00.
Okay. Jeez, I don't know if I got enough screens, man. All right, so I'm gonna go Tennessee on this one. This is I kind of feel like this is a pick'em game. I'm gonna go Tennessee though. I like out of this game, Derrick Henry's probably my favorite player out of all these players in here, with D-Hop probably being second. I'm dishing to Julio. You alluded to that earlier when you said he's a part of the Falcons. The Titans have like a solid offense. It's all going to come down to Ryan Tannehill, as it always does.
Correct.
The defense is stout, solid, good pass rush, good linebacking play. like you described about Washington earlier, it's all going to come down to the offense and making sure they can the defense can get breaks and stay off the field. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If that can happen in this game, which I'm not sure, I guess even if Arizona gets out scoring with the litany receivers they have, you never know. But keep the defense as fresh as you can, and I like Tennessee in this one. What about you?
Man, this is a tough one, man.
It's facts.
I like Tennessee. Like I said, they're gonna be like we'll talk about later on in the podcast. I'm big on both of these teams.
Facts.
But I'm going Tennessee.
Okay.
For the fact that I think they have a more complete team right now.
Right.
I think Cardinals is definitely on the rise. I still think they need a few positions to address to be there, but right now I can let the cat out of the bag. I got Tennessee is probably one of my favorites, possibly. If everything goes right, they can be a Super Bowl team and win it.
Of course.
And like you alluded to, we've seen teams like this. If Ryan Tannehill can play just good enough, he ain't gotta be spectacular. He ain't gotta be Aaron Rodgers.
Don't even gotta be great. Just gotta be good.
And that's what happened when they played us in the preseason. I mean, in the postseason of a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They had us on the ropes. They had the Chiefs on the ropes. They could have won. It just came down when we kind of bit down, or maybe they went away from Henry. We bit down on Henry, and Ryan had to make a few throws, and he was just off.
Yeah.
But if he can make them throws, and their future is bright. But I like what I see from the Cardinals, man. I wonder how good AJ Green can be at this age. That's a nice addition.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray, his development. That's a wild card right there. That man, pick up big yards on the ground and through the air.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like what they're doing with this defense. They're like nice hybrid players.
Yeah.
One guy I'm gonna talk about later in this podcast, Zaven Collins.
Okay.
Nice big linebacker. I was kind of hoping he fell to the Chiefs. Like I'm watching how the draft board is going and projections or whatever. They had him like late in the first, but like some of the big name linebackers who, like Koamoa and what's the other linebacker? Parsons kind of fell later than we thought. So I'm thinking, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So like Parsons like could have went like top 5 or something like that.
Right.
It fell on what teams needed.
Right.
So Parsons fell to like 11 to the Cowboys. So, that pushed everybody else down.
Right.
So like Koramoah didn't go till like later in the draft. And I'm like, hope Zaven Collins falls to us. Because this guy is big, fast, can play the run and play the pass.
Facts.
So that's it.
And they also
with Isaiah Simmons.
I was just about to bring him up and say they also got Isaiah Simmons, right?
Yes. So that's what I'm liking what they're doing with this defense. And they drafted a few young cornerbacks. I think they got like Elijah. I forgot the name of the guy. I think Elijah Moulton. He plays on the Titans, right?
Who?
Elijah Moulton.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones.
Yeah, but they Cardinals definitely had one of them young talent cornerbacks. They drafted somebody to replace Pat P. But I'm like what they're doing with this team, but I don't think they're there yet, though. So I'm going with Tennessee.
Yeah, same here. And for me, everything just hinges on Kyler Murray and his ability to in these big time games. And we see, when we're watching our games and we see like game breaks from the Cardinals and he's going off and stuff like that, it's like one thing. But, remember like the later in the season they got when the games was really mattering. Cardinals is kind of sputtering. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, they start having them games on TV or whatever. And he wasn't making those same big plays that was so exciting to see early on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why sometimes it's good. You got to watch these players play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying with him, but I see it a lot. Like a lot of people was like slicing Dak. Not shit on Dak, but if you watch the game, if you putting up all them numbers, there's no way you should be losing games or behind. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of fool's gold. Next matchup. This is gonna be a tough one, man.
Okay.
The Browns versus the Chiefs.
The AFC champions versus the apparent, according to the experts, head to the AFC throne. I guess for the sake of the debate, I'm gonna take the Browns on this one. You know what I'm saying? Odell back, looking healthy. Then dyed his hair back to his regular color. He ain't on that silly shit no more. It seemed like Baker Mayfield starting to seem like he finally got it figured out. Impressive playoff run last year. A couple plays away from pulling out a W. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
He seems to finally be getting his head on his shoulders, like staying out of the media as much as he can, outside of the litany of commercials they're gonna hit us with. The defense, man, super solid. They got Myles Garrett leading the defensive line, good pass rush. They got credible D-backs and safeties. What's the cornerback name I'm thinking of? I can't think of his damn name. It'll come to me probably later on. But
Denzel?
Yeah, Denzel Ward. Yep. Then got Denzel Ward, hard hitting, good coverage.
Greedy Williams.
Yeah, Greedy, LSU. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cleveland on this one, man. It's gonna be tough. But you want to start proving people right as far as like their expectations for you. What better way to do it? You said it's 4:00, right?
Yep, 4:00.
Cool. Yeah, that'd say at 1:00. I had to go out and buy another TV or something. But yeah, what better way to start proving that you're everything that people think you are, as far as like even your goals yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Than to knock off the back-to-back Super Bowl AFC representative. So I'm going with Cleveland.
All right. No secret who I'm going with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with the Chiefs, my team. Like I said, this is going to be a tough one, and we're going to get into it later. I think Browns are just much like the Titans are right there on the cusp, man. Them teams with these great running backs, great rushing attacks, and pretty good defenses is going to be tough. Another team, like Abe mentioned, had us on the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
If they just played it better, they could be, you know what I'm saying, going to the Super Bowl themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick Chubb and
Kareem
Hunt, Njoku, Jarvis Landry, Beckham. That's one other guy I probably forget too, wide receiver. But yeah, just a host. And I believe they added Clowney, right?
Did they? He might have went there. Yeah,
I think they added Clowney. So him with fucking Myles Garrett and Kuamoa. I believe he's healthy. I bet Kuamoa healthy. So that's another addition to that defense, man. What we mentioned, Denzel and Greedy, man. It's gonna be a tough outing, but I'm going with the Chiefs, man. New offensive line. Lost the receiver and Sammy Watkins. I know not the sexiest to some people, but that's it. Nah, man. I'm telling you, that's a nice veteran because it forces like McCole, who might not be ready to be a full-time wide receiver. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga's ready. I have the utmost faith and respect in this Chiefs coaching staff.
Hopefully, yeah, I got the staff, but hopefully him, DeMarcus Robinson, somebody's ready to, you know what I'm saying, take that. Byron Pringle take that number 2 wide receiver spot because like we utilize all our wide receivers.
Facts. All niggas fucking have 5 on the field. Everybody gonna get the opportunities.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. What's this? AFC East. Dolphins versus the Patriots.
Easy pick for me. Don't like Tua. Love Mac Jones. Enough said. I'm going Patriots. Hill Bill, you know what I'm saying? I'm going with the greatest coach, arguably the greatest coach of all time, Bill Belichick, getting a bunch of his players back that opted out last season due to the pandemic or whatever. Couple of key additions, couple of tight ends, Hunter Henry. Gave up a couple of running backs, but with them, they just seem to plug and play whoever's in the backfield, and it really doesn't matter. I'm going with the Patriots. Although the Dolphins do have, if it wasn't for Tua, the Dolphins have I feel like a great team. You know what I'm saying? They got the defense, they got the receivers. You was getting me hip to the running back.
Gaskins.
Yeah. The tight end too, matter of fact. He was gonna be hip to the tight end. Yeah,
like him.
Hip to the tight end. For me it's just Tua, bro. Like that's the only thing. I trust Big Mac more than I trust Tua, man. That's it.
All right, just to break it up, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins, man. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins, man. Like Ava mentioned, man, it's a lot of people, a lot of stars on this team. They're still rebuilding. But with Waddle, Devontae Parker, and they added Fuller. Ooh, that's receiving core with Gesicki. And Gaskins out of the backfield can run and pass. Hopefully Tua matured and developed, and hopefully he can hold it down. And that defensive side of the ball, two cornerbacks, Byron Jones and Xavier Howard, who just got a deal. So hopefully he comes out and play, man. He had a boatload of interceptions last year. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins, man. It's gonna be a tough matchup. AFC East. Whew, I'm going Dolphins.
Yeah.
All right, next matchup: Broncos versus the Giants.
I'm going Broncos. Broncos is typically, I ain't gonna say Super Bowl ready, but Teddy Bridgewater beat out Drew Lock. It probably wasn't that difficult to do. They still got that vaunted defense. They just been having quarterback issues. Like Sutton, receiver Cortland Sutton. They probably have close to having a complete team as well, like we alluded to with like Tennessee earlier and all that. The Giants, they're getting there. I just don't feel like they're there yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
So whether that happens maybe towards the end of this season, heading into next season, or whatever, they're building their team the right way. It's just going to take a little bit of time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with the Broncos on this one. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going to Broncos. Broncos one of them teams. I'm trying to tell people about. I mean, I think me and Game had like a conversation about him, and he wasn't really too sold. Like you said, they got that defense, and they added a nice addition to that defense. And Patrick Surtain Jr., who already showing flashes in the preseason, pick 6. Get Von Miller back healthy to go with Chubb. Justin Simmons back there, one of the best safeties in the game. This is going to be a tough outing. Like you said, Teddy Bridgewater, hopefully he can bring something better to the quarterback position. Jerry Jeudy, Sutton, Noah Fant, and KJ Hamler. They still got Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon, but I think he's going to lose that starting position
I think
to the rookie. The Williams out of UNC is a total package, man.
I wanted to say, like, I think they got Whitcomb on the roster as well, Mark Ingram, but I'm not sure.
Ooh.
So yeah, there's plenty of carries to go around, but with those stars like Jerry Jeudy and Sutton, Noah Fant, it's gonna be some passing going along too. But Teddy's I trust Teddy more than I trust Drew Lock. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So we agree. Both Broncos on that one.
And with this next game, I don't think we're going to disagree. You got the Packers versus the Saints.
Oh yeah. As much as I want to pick the Saints, I really want Jameis Winston to like keep the Saints upright, so then I could be able to start a whole another argument that I know niggas ain't gonna like.
But something you want to say here, or you don't want to?
I can't. And how perfect is it that we just talked about the Broncos and Teddy Bridgewater, and he kept the Saints upright. Remember that season?
Mm-hmm.
He kept the Saints upright like the whole season while Drew Brees was hurt. Then Drew Brees comes back and like he was getting all the credit and all that. Niggas talking about like, MVP and all this type of shit. Goes to the playoffs and flame out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts off last year red hot. And then after about 4 or 5 games, completely falls off a cliff. And probably which, you know, he said he was going to retire at the end of the season anyway, but then they probably just made it a no-brainer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really want people to see like, you know, this team could still be good without Drew Brees, because I felt like if they would have let Teddy rock out that whole season, results might have been different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hopefully Jameis Winston been lighting it up in the preseason, but it's just that the preseason. Hopefully he goes out here and does his thing. But I mean, this has been billed as the last dance, the NFL's version of the last dance, man. Aaron Rodgers with the Green Bay Packers, like this is it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to the rock star status. I'm looking forward to like every Packers game being a spectacle, and what better way to get it going than this, man? So I'm going with the Packers, man.
Yeah, man. Hopefully they got the cameras turned on for this. Yeah, I'm definitely going to Packers, man. Just not sold on the Saints without Breeze and no Michael Thomas. So yeah, I'm just not sold on it. Big Aaron Rodgers fan. I think this team is pretty solid within Green Bay. Returning pretty much mostly everybody, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And he got back his old friend Randall Cobb.
Yes, sir.
And I think they drafted a nice young, a decent wide receiver, I should say.
I think so, in the second round.
Yeah, so hopefully that's another weapon for Aaron Rodgers. I'm pretty sure he doesn't need too much to work with since he makes people around him better. But yeah, I'm definitely going to Green Bay in this one.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. The last of the Sunday games, Sunday night. This is an ugly Sunday night game.
Ugly one, week 1?
Chicago versus the Rams.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go Rams. This one, I like Chicago. Well, I'm gonna say this: I'll like Chicago when Justin Fields is starting. Until then, yeah, this is Rams. We don't even have to say too much. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, bringing in Matthew Stafford, getting rid of Jared Goff. Like Matthew Stafford was probably going to go down as like being better than Dan Marino as far as like the best quarterback without having a Super Bowl ring. Like he's literally just been rotting away in Detroit for like the last decade. So hopefully, you know, it's a little different when you got expectations and pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hopefully he can live up to it. But he has all the necessary tools around him. Tight ends, he has receivers. They lost both of their running backs, but they brought in Sony Michel from the Patriots, dual threat, can catch out the backfield. Good cut runner, you know what I'm saying? Not that they probably plan on doing a bunch of running anyway, but
yeah.
Yeah, as far as this game goes, I'm going Rams. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go Rams too, much to a lot of the points you made. They got Andy Dalton. I'm not rocking with that. Yeah. and I'm interested to see what's going on with Matthew Stafford. Is he what he is? What they say he is? Doesn't have too much of an excuse, barring any injuries this time.
Right, correct.
Team actively putting stuff around him, put him in a nice situation. Didn't have a great running back. Went out and got Sonny Michel, so you're trying to adjust that situation with the slew of talent you have around him. Brought in Deshaun Jackson to go with Robert Woods, Tyler Higbee, Cooper Kupp. And you had that defense. I mean, quarterback ain't gonna have everything, but he checks like a lot of boxes. He got a good defense, good receivers to throw to. Running game maybe a little bit to desire, but you ain't gonna have everything. Now, if you what you say you are, you gotta go out and win some games, man, and should get us some playoff games and much that I know he hasn't had a lot of in Detroit. But yeah, man, you gotta go out there and win some games now.
Yeah. Hopefully with Sean McVay, what do they call these guys? Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur, the quarterback whisperers.
Yeah.
So hopefully under Sean McVay, we may potentially even see a better version of Stafford. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Rams have had a great team. They're another team a couple of years removed from the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In which they got to the Super Bowl and completely unfolded. I don't know if I've seen anything like that before. As far as like we were calling them the greatest show on earth, 2.0. Remember?
Yeah.
And then to get to the Super Bowl and just score 3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Was just wow. I did feel like Jared Goff had a big factor in that, but he's been exiled to Detroit with a punishment, by the way. But yeah, definitely look forward to seeing how explosive this team can. Not too explosive though. Still need the Seahawks to take this division, but once the dust is settled, then they can go crazy. So.
Oh man, I think I feel cheated, man. Normally, have 2 Monday night games to start the year off.
We don't got 2.
Nah, according to this, it's just saying the Ravens and the Raiders.
Oh man, yeah, I do feel cheated. Well, normally, I guess it is true because normally it's an East Coast game and a West Coast game, but since this is one East and one West team. I guess this fuck it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Slated at 8:15.
Oh yeah, that's the regular little time and everything. I'm going Baltimore, man. Love Lamar Jackson. Devastating injuries to both of their running backs being gone for the season. That's crazy. Still like Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews, the tight end. Lamar Jackson's gonna do what he do. Looking for him to take another step forward as far as like his passing goes. And then like you were saying earlier about the Steelers, man, the Ravens they make up his defense. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So with these linebackers that they have, the good pass rush, definitely think they'll be able to pull this game out. But I don't think it's going to be easy though, because I think Las Vegas is kind of under the radar, way nicer than people think and shit after doing some research on them.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely going with the Ravens in this one. Outside, I just, what I'm saying, I don't like the Raiders division stuff.
Yeah.
But the Ravens are just a much better team. Let's be honest. Like you said, that defense is going to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lamar has just enough to win this one. Still got the receivers with Hollywood, Mark Andrews, with the addition of Sammy Watkins.
Right.
They're gonna be nice, man. They're gonna be nice. They definitely gonna win this one.
See if Le'Veon Bell has anything left in the tank.
Right. Did somebody say he was on the what's the name? Practice squad or something?
Well, yeah, they said they signed him to the practice squad until he get ready. I guess it's been a while since he played. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But once he's ready, he'll immediately come up to the main squad.
I didn't even know people that old can go to the daggone jump. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I think that's a new rule actually, like that they made up last year.
Oh, okay.
Like one of those pandemic rules and shit.
And I believe they got he's a little bit older, but that's still like a nice addition. I think they got Melvin Ingram. That's a nice little pass rusher.
Oh yeah. To
go along with the Calais Campbells and everything else they got up there, man. That's
they completely stole from Jacksonville. But
yeah.
Okay. So well, who's home at this game? Las Vegas.
I think it was. Yeah.
So before we jump off, that's the last game of the week. Before we jump off these games, right? What's like your opinion on? Obviously, Cali and the West Coast, they're like a 3-hour difference. They're 3 hours earlier than us. Like, how cool is it that they get football 10 o'clock in the morning, whereas though we have to wait till 1? How cool is that?
Man, that's cool. Like you said, like waiting that long, it seems like it's forever, man.
And then you said the Monday night game started what, 8:15?
Yeah.
Like that's 5:15 over there, and then by the time the game over, you still got like a whole night ahead of you. Versus like over here, it's like approaching midnight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can still go. Oh yeah, fuck it, I'm about to go to the club. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Especially like your team playing, you don't know what you want to do. You can do both over there.
Yeah. So, like. Over here, it's real common for us to fuse this shit together. Like, y'all want to go to the bar and watch the game? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Over there, you can just watch the game. Then you can go to the bar. You can watch the game, go do something else. I always thought that was cool, man. But yeah, that's all I want to say about that.
All right, that wraps up week 1, man. Let's jump right into division winners and playoff. We can go division winners and then go into playoff predictions.
Okay.
So you want to start off with the NFC? Start off with the NFC East.
All right. So NFC East, I'm going. I was going back and forth so much on this one. Like once you gave me the structure of the podcast, I was like, this is gonna be tough. I'm gonna go Dallas.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was going back and forth between Dallas and Washington. I'm gonna go Dallas, man. I'm gonna put my faith one last time in Jerry Jones and the boys, man. You know what I'm saying?
I've been down that road before.
I know. I'm starting to see what you mean. Is it? You know what I'm saying? Dak. He should have a point to prove. He's fresh off the injury. Hopefully, I know there seems to be something lingering. Hopefully, it's not nothing super detrimental. Hopefully, it's just something that he could, he could be a man about and just play through it. You know what I mean? Especially when you hear shit like Tom Brady playing the back half of the season with a torn meniscus, and you know what I'm saying? He 45 years old and shit like that. So hopefully, it's just something the nigga could tough it out. Zeke. Losing weight, returning back to form. Hopefully, it's not too late. You know what I mean? Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Gallup. I'm really looking forward to seeing what these guys can put together. I think they'll create a nice, formidable matchup against Washington. Whoever wins still remains to be seen. I really feel like that's a pick 'em between them two. But yeah, I'm gonna go Dallas. What about you?
For this division, man, I'm going to go with the one you didn't pick. I'm going to go with Washington, man. I just think they might be the most complete team so far in this division. I think like the Giants and Eagles are still, you know what I'm saying? Especially the Giants, some more up and coming, develop. I think the Eagles still need some players.
Yeah.
Cowboys offense is pretty nice, but like you said, their defense. And I just think with the addition of the wide receivers and not totally in love with the quarterback, but I think he gives them just enough firepower. If he can chill on some of the turnovers, we know he's gonna have the turnovers.
Facts.
But he chill on some of them jumps. Yeah.
Crucial jumps too. Pick sixes.
Yeah. So if he can chill on some of that, hopefully, you know what I'm saying. I got the Washington repeating. I think this is gonna be like one of the first times in a long time that the division winner repeats if this holds in the NFC East.
Yeah, which would be good in a sense because that's sporadic shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so who we got next?
Go to the NFC North.
Okay, and that's the Packers, Bears, Vikings, and
Detroit.
Oh yeah, be forgetting about them. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Packers. This is a safe bet here. If Trey Lance was starting, not Trey Lance, Justin Fields was starting, I would feel maybe slightly inclined to at least think about the Bears. The Vikings, they're super solid, but for some reason, they just, as far as winning the division, they never could just seem to get it done. Like I said a few minutes ago, man, this is the last dance for Green Bay, man. I'm expecting fireworks. I'm expecting the you know the coup de grace, Finn Balor style, man. Run away with this division. Yeah, I'm going with Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm going to echo those same statements. I'm going with Green Bay, man. I think the only other team that could probably really challenge them would be the Minnesota, but I'm just like a fan of habits, and I'm just not sold on this team. They haven't shown me
Facts.
they ready to kind of make that leap. You know what I'm saying? And when Kirk Cousins was supposed to be that elite, and it just didn't happen, and I'm kind of looking at them. They looking kind of funny in the light. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
After the little miracle jump.
Oh yeah.
It never really happened since, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm definitely picking Green Bay to run away with this one.
Okay, well we both agree with that one. Cool.
We go to your town, NFC West.
NFC West. Well, I hate to sound so biased, but obviously I'm picking the Seahawks here. This is going to hinge. This is a big season for Russ, man. No excuses. Another year. I know it was a new system last year, so that was like the generic excuse. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I just feel like he needs to try to spread the ball around more, like openly, instead of having like predetermined targets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another year for the defense to be together. Obviously, niggas done added a couple of new pieces and whatnot, so that can always play some type of role in like defense. But I'm looking forward to the defense being super solid again. I wish they would get away from this whole bend but don't break play style that they got, but obviously they coach that way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I wish they would get away from that, because if you just play defense the way it's supposed to be played, these niggas probably will be a lot more scarier than they are and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna take the Seahawks it's gonna be a tight race though, because I like the Rams too, man.
Yeah, man, this is gonna be like one of the most exciting divisions in football this year, I believe. Like, there's so many good teams in this division. Like, I like all these teams in the division. You know what I'm saying? If the stars line for this team, you know what I'm saying? Not saying it needs a lot, but like anybody could like win this division. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
If Trey can get in that thing early, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Garoppolo might can lead him there. He did it before.
He done it before. It's whatever. It just comes down to his mindset right now.
Mm-hmm. I think Trey would just open that thing up a lot more with his just dual ability.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And then like they already run that type of system with with Debo and all that.
Yep.
That'll make that way more scary. Like, you're gonna respect Trey a little bit more than you gonna respect Garoppolo to run with it. And then you got Arizona. It's a nice solid team right there. Your team, the Seahawks. Nice solid team. Scary. And then the Rams with the addition of Matt Stafford. I'm looking at them like crazy. But I got y'all doing it. Like I said, I still want to see what Matthew Stafford can do, but I'm gonna stay safe. I'm gonna pick y'all to get this division. But I think this division is gonna eke out like a lot of playoff teams out of the 7 in
Correct.
the
NFC. Correct. And that will leave us to what? The South?
Yes.
Do we have to even? Is this even? I guess it's a formality, right?
Right.
Tampa Bay, man. Like, niggas even think Tampa Bay might go undefeated. That's how much love niggas is getting, which is crazy. But who else? The Saints. They'll probably be decent. I'm not sold on the Falcons at all. As far as like the overall grand scheme of things, I don't think either one of us are sold on the Panthers. This should be. I'll pick the Bucks, and this should be like how people used to complain about the Patriots having 6 easy wins in the division. This should be that for the Buccaneers. This should be 6 divisional wins that should come. Might be, it's a divisional game, so they're going to be good, but they'll eke it out. You know what I mean? And then just go from there. I'm going with the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm definitely on the Bucks. Not too much to be said. Like you said, it's gonna be some easy division wins for them to rack up and get that playoff seed and their desire to get that first round bye in the NFC. But not too much to be said. I'm going with the Bucks. Moving along to the AFC. We start with the AFC East.
Okay, AFC East. I got the Buffalo Bills, man. Feel like they're gonna repeat champions. I feel like this is their window. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady's been gone out of New England. This will be his second season gone. Mac Jones is coming in, although he's passing all these tests with flying colors. He is still a rookie. I feel like there might be some up and down with New England this year, but I feel like after this year, they might start to go back to what they were. You know what I mean? Miami, great team. It's all gonna come down to Tua. If Tua comes out improved and playing like people thought how Tua would play, Miami's gonna be right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
The Jets. The Jets are doing what they're as far as a rebuild go. They're doing it the right way. They finally seems like they finally have a competent GM. They're doing it piece by piece, so I'm not expecting them to do much this year. They have like some great wide receivers, some good pieces on that offensive line. We'll see how the Zach Wilson pick turns out, and then just go from there. I do like the Jets coach, by the way, because they came from San Fran. Yeah. So we'll see, but I think they'll probably finish last in the division. I'm going Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo definitely clear-cut favorites, barring any injuries. Definitely gonna keep an eye on Miami and New England, man. Like they could definitely maybe still one of them playoff spots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
coming down the stretch if everything goes right.
Yeah.
Both got loads of talent, but I just think Buffalo just has the more complete team, offense and defense, to run away with this division, man.
So we're gonna go next.
AFC West.
Okay. I got the Chiefs in this one. Other teams, Raiders, Chargers, Broncos, they're kind of creeping up, but at the end of the day, that's just what it is, like a slow creep. This Chiefs team has been different, you know what I mean? So in order to take them down, you're not gonna just be able to creep. You're gonna have to do essentially what they did or the counter of what they're doing as far as like a defensive way would go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So until I see that, these other teams are making some nice additions, but it's going to take a lot more than just that to stop these guys. The Chiefs in the runaway in this division.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs. You hit the nail on the head. I like what the Chargers and Broncos are doing. But I just don't think they have just enough yet to dethrone the Chiefs, man. That's a lot of firepower they got to deal with. And yeah, I'm definitely going with my team, the Chiefs, man. What's next? What AFC North?
This one, this was a crazy think about it too. I'm going Cleveland. For me, it came down to Cleveland and Baltimore. I didn't know how we was going to do the structure of like who we thought was going to make the playoffs, but I have all three of those teams making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But as far as winning the division, I just feel like Cleveland has way too much talent. Overall, complete team. Might have edged it to Baltimore before J.K. Dobbins went down.
Right.
That kind of swayed me to Cleveland. And Pittsburgh is just that team that's like, their window's not fully closed. Like they're like past that prime, but they're still kind of like dangerous though. You know what I mean? Started off 11-0 last year before the season completely fell apart, and even still had a good run in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So I'm edging it to Cleveland though. What about you?
Yeah, I got Cleveland too, and definitely one of them divisions is probably gonna put like a lot of people in the playoffs potentially. But I just think, especially with the blow to the backfield of the Ravens, that takes away like a lot of their offense. You know what I'm saying? The read option with Lamar. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Lamar deal with it, especially if Le'Veon is the Le'Veon to pass. Still a solid player, but you know what I'm saying, he's not that guy right now.
Right.
So definitely see how Lamar responds to that. See if that was like one of the gripes with him. Just getting a little bit better with passing, especially like in clutch situations where that offense isn't working in the playoffs and pressure situations. So definitely gonna be fun to see his development. But I'm going with the Browns, man. Just so much talent on both sides of the ball, and when we get into later on, man, I just think this team, if we don't do what we do and repeat, this team is gonna be special, man.
Right. And that will leave us to the
South.
AFC South. So we got Jaguars, Texans, the Colts, and who else?
Jaguars, Texans,
Titans.
Colts, Titans.
I'm gonna go Titans. Like, if Carson Wentz was like, well, I guess I'm about to say if he never really was getting hurt, he would still be in Philly. But if Carson Wentz, if I had more confidence in him, maybe the Colts, because the Colts got like a super solid team on the low. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You seen what they was able to accomplish last year with Phillip Rivers as the QB. They made the playoffs and was making noise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I had a little bit more confidence in Carson Wentz, it might would have edged it to them. But I mean, Tennessee with that firepower, with the should have been MVP Derrick Henry. Was it Chris Henry? Rest in peace, Derrick Henry. 2,000 yards, and interesting to see what he might do this year, considering there's an extra game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So now you can fuck around 2,300 yards or some shit like that.
Yeah, a lot of these records might be getting broken by extra game.
So interesting to see what they do. But yeah, I'm going Tennessee, man, with this one.
Yeah, man. Echoing the same statements, going Tennessee with this one too. Like, can't even get cute and try to switch it up with this. A lot of these jumps, man. But yeah, man. Texans don't see too much from them. Jacksonville don't really see too much from them. Maybe potentially they keep building around Trevor. But like you said, it leaves the Colts and the Titans, and not sold on Carson Wentz.
Nah.
Even when, you know what I'm saying, when I was a Cowboys fan and watched them in Philly, I seen flashes.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying, I'm not the type of person to just jump right on and pause. So I just wanted to keep saying stuff, and I just wasn't taking that next level for me. It wasn't really equating to wins and stuff like that.
Right.
When it counts in the playoffs, you've been hurt and stuff like that, can't stay reliable. I'm like, the highlight plays are cute, but
at the end of the day, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's just cute. That's it.
Right. So I'm definitely going with Tennessee. Like I said, this is one of the teams, the big three, with us, Cleveland, and these guys to challenge and take that AFC Super Bowl spot. So I'm definitely going with Tennessee in this one. And that rounds off the division winners. So let's add the rest of the teams to fill out this playoff prediction.
Okay.
You want to start AFC or NFC?
Let's do AFC.
All right. You ain't gotta be doing seeding and stuff like that, but just who you got.
I didn't. So I was like, damn, you know, it fucked up. All right. So aside from the division winners, I had the Titans. I had the Titans, the Browns, the Bills, and the Chiefs. Playoffs, I'm going Patriots, Ravens, and Steelers.
Okay.
So I think the AFC North is going to turn out 3 playoff teams, and I think the Patriots find a way to make the playoffs.
All right. And for my playoffs, same division winners: Chiefs, Titans, Bills, Browns. And rounding out the bottom half of the playoff, I got the Ravens, Broncos, and Pittsburgh.
Cool. All
I,
right.
I think
So
I think Broncos can make that jump, man. Like I said, I back it up.
definitely,
I back it
definitely.
up. I say I believe in these teams, and hell, let's throw it in there. I'm gonna throw you in my prediction. I got them making it to the playoffs this year.
Yeah. Especially with that 7th seed, it does open it up for it's going to be interesting to see how these fights, coming down to the end of the season, how some of these playoff picture, hopefully we get some head-to-head matchups. I want to start seeing that more in football,
Right.
versus man, we got to beat them, then we got to go watch them play. Hopefully they look, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then erase some of that scenarios like what happened with the Eagles or whatever, letting teams make it to playoff because they
Yeah.
took the joint off. Like that's one thing I did like about the NBA. Them playoff games and kind of control your own destiny
All right.
a little bit
So,
more at least.
right. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna look out for y'all. We ain't gonna play the starters or Jalen Hurts. He's starting to play lights out, and then I just take him out the game randomly in the second quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sit him for the rest of the game. Like, what the fuck kind of silly shit is that? But yeah, so we got the same outside. You got the Broncos, and I got the Patriots, but we both think the Ravens and Steelers though. So that's interesting to see how that plays out. So you do NFC.
Yep.
All right. So you pick Washington to win the division. I picked Dallas. So I got Washington making the playoffs. Just wasn't as a division winner. And then I got the Rams and then San Fran. So almost the whole NFC West. And then I'm about to say the Redskins. Hopefully by then, the Red Wolves. But the Washington football team. That's what I'm going with.
Okay. So I got the football team, Bucks, Seahawks, and Green Bay as the division winners.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I can't do that. I gotta switch it. I fucked up. Because I don't think the whole goddamn division can make the goddamn playoffs.
Oh, okay.
So I had the Cardinals, San Fran, and Rams making it. Okay, so I'll take
it can play out like that if niggas is putting in work. That it would come down to it would have to be a lot of division games being split 1-1, and then they just running roughshod over everybody else.
I wouldn't even think it. I mean, let me take out the Cardinals and I had the Cowboys. Take out the Cardinals, add the Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
All right, yes, okay. All right, that rounds off our playoff predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into these season-ending accolades, awards.
Oh, before that, you want to do the Super Bowl? Before we do that, or
oh yeah, okay, we do Super Bowl.
Yeah. All right. So my jump had to come down to after doing a fake little bracket. Mine came down to obviously bias. Seahawks versus the Chiefs. NFC Championship game, Seahawks versus Tampa Bay. We make one more play to win this game by a field goal. AFC Championship game came down to Kansas City and Cleveland. Kansas City, I didn't make up a fake scenario for this, only I guess because I like the Seahawks and shit. But yeah, Kansas City pulling it out, making it. And then somehow, some way, the Seahawks just pull off this upset. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And my Super Bowl prediction for the season is going to be Seahawks. Have biasness, but I could halfway make an argument too. You know
yeah, solid team.
Yeah.
For my Super Bowl winners, I'm going with a repeat. Chiefs versus the Bucks, man. I think what Tennessee, Chiefs, AFC, and maybe Green Bay, Tampa Bay repeat NFC. championship game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Seattle get Green Bay out of there.
Okay.
Might not get Tampa. I think we get Green Bay out of there though.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the thing with the playoff jump. Like I said, we don't know. We didn't have like the playoff seed, and well, I didn't do that. But like if a particular matchup happens, you know what I'm saying? Granted, if the team is better, it might be the team's kryptonite. It can still a game, you know?
Yeah. And that's all it be about, man. They don't
matchups.
Yeah, matchups and can we steal this motherfucker? That's all that matters.
Yeah, like you had one bad game. Shit, we seen the Patriots go undefeated all year and just didn't have the best Super Bowl.
Right. Damn, we just gotta steal this junk. Like that's it. But yeah, either way, Super Bowl should be lit.
Yeah, this should be a great season.
Yeah. So now you want to get into the accolades?
Yeah.
All right. So how you want to do it?
I mean, you just run down your list, but I got MVP, offensive, defensive player, offensive rookie, defensive rookie, and I think that's about it. Maybe coach.
Oh yeah, okay. Damn, I
ain't do coach. Williams.
I ain't do coach either.
So I ain't gotta say coach.
All right. So MVP, I got Patrick Mahomes, man. I feel like he's going to be super motivated after losing that Super Bowl, especially the way it happened. Although the offensive line wasn't, intact, I still feel like he's going to have a chip on his shoulder out to prove that, that other Super Bowl win wasn't a fluke. And of course, under Andy Reid's tutelage, I expect a lot of passing yards, a lot of touchdowns. The goes into MVP, the spectacular highlight plays that you're going to see all over SportsCenter. Obviously wins that bring all of this to fruition. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm going with Patrick Mahomes as far as the MVP. What about you?
I mean, I got a little bit funky with this one, man.
Okay. I
picked him for another award. For the MVP, I picked Baker. Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
I just think, you know what I'm saying? I think all the ingredients are going to bode well for this. I think Cleveland's going to make that jump.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to play great. He has the star power and everything for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think he gets this. I think he gets this award.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Honorable mention, Josh Allen.
Oh, you on that train?
Yeah,
I've been handed a lot.
Yeah, I am. Okay, he just, and like I said earlier in the podcast, he make it fall off a cliff. But bro, he really is just like high IQ, big accurate arm, good decision maker. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, sky's really the limit for that guy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, honorable mention Josh Allen, but I love the Baker Mayfield thing too.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So where we going good?
Offensive player of the year?
That's going to be, you talk about the non-rookie ones, right?
Yeah.
And that's going to be Josh, because it's like, I want to go Derrick Henry, but I kind of almost feel like you got to go quarterback.
Yeah, it'd be tough, even for MVPs too. Like I would want to have Derrick Henry in the MVP conversation, but like that's just how these awards are, man.
Yeah, because him not winning it last year, that kind of just told me like, yeah, niggas you ain't a quarterback, you ain't winning it. I'm gonna stick with Patty, man. I just feel like he's gonna have a big year. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Kind of what I kind of feel like happens is because he already won MVP, Super Bowl MVP. It's like you kind of got like a head start on getting it again. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So obviously he don't need it though. No, I ain't trying, discredit him. Yeah, discredit him or nothing. But yeah, I just feel like he's gonna have a head start as far as getting it again, and he's gonna deliver. So that's gonna be my offensive player of the year.
I'm saying I wanted to kind of throw him in that MVP jump, but I'm thinking, I don't know. I think they just like sometimes switching stuff around.
Right.
But I think Pat gets the offensive player of the year this year.
Okay. Defense.
Yeah, defense.
I mean, I would take my paycheck and put it all on Aaron Donald, man.
Definitely a great pick, man. Like, can't go wrong with that. Cannot.
Like guys just a freak of nature, bro. How our parents would talk about, like, you know, Joe Green and Lawrence Taylor and all that. Like, this is our version of that right now, bro.
Yeah, we gotta get him a cool name, man.
Yeah, right.
Mean Joe Green,
yeah,
all that.
He does need a cool nickname. The guy gets triple team, bro, on the D line.
Yeah, train with knives and stuff like that.
Yeah, like just wow. Like, wow. You know, you got to know where he's at on the field. You double and triple him, and sometimes he still makes the play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and you can move him around. He played defensive end and defensive tackle.
Right. So, barring injury, and until I ain't gonna say until he retires, but for the next few years, he's gonna be my pick. Good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You'll be right a lot of them times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a spice it up a little bit.
Okay. I'm
gonna go Chase Young.
Woo!
With that defense, that defense can take another step, like I said, if the offense can get them nice rest, with them having better coverage on the back end, making the offense hold that ball a little bit more, and maybe he can get there. You know what I'm saying? The defensive line unit get a little bit more time together to work in unison and with like the different stunts and stuff like that. I think Chase maybe can go crazy, man.
Oh yeah, I like Chase Young, man. Kind of soured on me a little bit after what he did to Joe Burrow, but you know, I guess he out there just doing his job, man. But yeah, definitely poured the Tabasco in the pot with that one. I like it. All right, so
offensive rookie and defensive rookies next two.
All right, defensive rookie. I went back and forth on this one too. As late as yesterday night, once we decided that we was going to do this today, my pick was Patrick Surtain. This morning, early this morning, woke up 4:00 this morning. I've since then had a nap again, but since 4:00 this morning, my pick was changed to Micah Parsons.
Ooh, okay.
And that's what I'm going to go with now. I'm going with Micah Parsons, man. I feel like his ability, his mindset, the IQ, athleticism. I feel like he could potentially be a super steal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you.
I feel like another thing that played a factor into this was like, rookie wise, I feel like you can make a bigger impact at linebacker than cornerback.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I'm just betting the money on him that from what I've seen so far versus what you think he could potentially be this season, he just goes in the right direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you?
Man, you cover like a lot of bases, man. I definitely wanted to pick Patrick Surtain. But if I think he's gonna be what he is, teams are probably gonna stray away from him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, of course.
So I'm thinking like in terms of you got to get stats, right? So I thought about Micah too.
Okay.
But I don't know, me just spicing it up. I'm gonna go with the gentleman I talked about earlier in this podcast. I'm gonna go with Zaven Collins, man. I think like with one thing I haven't really seen too much from Micah is how well he can cover. Not saying he can't, but I know he can pin his ears back and go after the quarterback.
Right.
And I seen Zaven do both. And I think Zaven dropping back in coverage and take away some of these tight ends, getting interceptions, and playing the run, shooting the gap, and getting sacks and all that. I like his chances, man. Even though, like, what I was just thinking about when you said it, man, if Micah just can play good, he's going to have that edge because he's just playing that spotlight in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Might get more looks and stuff like that.
I think about that when I make the picks, too.
Yeah. So, but I'm going to stay with my pick. I'm going to go Zaven Collins, linebacker for the Cardinals.
Okay. definitely. That he plays for the Cardinals, so he's gonna get a lot of work.
Yeah, definitely.
So if he lives up to it, yeah, he fuck around to be the runaway defensive player, rookie of the year and shit. So we're gonna do offense.
Yes, sir.
All right. I got Trevor Lawrence, man. I got Mr. Nonchalant. I don't really need to do this. I just kind of want to a little bit.
Right.
No QB. I feel like out of all the rookie quarterbacks, I feel like he's the only one starting, isn't he?
It's him, Zach Wilson, I believe.
Yeah, Zach Wilson.
And I think they're the only ones who got and Mac Jones.
Oh yeah, Mac Jones. Okay. I forgot about Mac. Damn.
I mean, you can change it on the spot if you want. You want to think about it?
I don't know if I want. It's like Trevor Lawrence. Because he gonna have that height, so he gonna have to like fall off a cliff not to get it though.
Right, same thing we just talked about with the last pick.
Right, so it's like
you got that media boost.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm going Mac Jones. I'm gonna go Mac.
Yeah, I like the spicy.
Yeah,
I like it.
Fuck it. Mac is gonna have to beat the respect out of niggas. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? he beat Cam Newton for the job. He could beat Trevor Lawrence too. Fuck it. I'm going Mac, man.
Yeah.
Number one on the McDonald's menu, man.
I like it.
What about you?
I'm gonna keep my spicy picks going, and it was so hard not to pick one of them quarterbacks, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go with a person who has some big shoes to fill.
Oh man, who?
Going with Kyle Pitts. Going with Kyle Pitts, man. I think that could be electric, man.
Tight end.
Yeah, if he's that matchup nightmare that everybody say he is, and tight end is always a safety valve for QBs. No big Julio Jones. I think he's gonna get like a lot of targets anyway. But like down that red zone,
yeah.
Like what you gonna do?
Yeah. Love it. Definitely look forward to seeing them too.
Yes.
Hopefully, Matty Ice does right, man.
Yeah.
But how they was working last year, getting down by them big ass deficits and shit, and just airing it out. Either way, he should be eating.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely like the pick, man. That's all right there.
Appreciate all your picks too, man. It's gonna be interesting to see how this stuff develops, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's about it for everything that we got covered, right?
Yeah, we
did. You got anything to add?
I'm just excited for the season, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's been a while. It's been a brick. The new storylines, the new faces and new places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, can't wait to see. They keep saying these potential trades that might happen. Is it anything gonna happen with Deshaun? Is he gonna get traded?
Right.
Will he play this season?
Whoever he goes instantly becomes somewhat a contender depending on where it's at. You know what I mean?
Right. I think them teams should make that trade. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But granted, it's gonna be tough. Like I think I had written on the notes, man. Are they becoming the Philadelphia 76ers of the NFL? You heard the compensation they want for them?
I can imagine this. It's up there.
Yeah, they want several first round picks and second round picks for a person you don't really know their future, like with their whole legal situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna give up my future and he ain't go. Yeah. Even if he innocent, you know, he black, so he end up in jail any fucking way or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh no. We'll see how things play out. But in general, just excited for the season, man. Let's get this shit. We hours away right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hours away, man. Got the food getting ready, man. Wings and pizza and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I can put the drinks in the refrigerator.
It's gonna be lit.
Yes. And it's always a spectacle, no matter win, lose, or draw when the Cowboys play. It's always some nonsense, man. Mm-hmm. And then you add Thomas to the mix.
Thomas, Edwards, Patrick, Brady.
It's gonna be must-see TV right here. I tell you that Thursday night, brother.
And what he got? He got 7, right?
Yeah.
He's going for 8. Unprecedented.
Yeah.
Unprecedented.
All right, with nothing else really too much to cover, let's go ahead and wind down this episode and jump into the what the fuck facts.
All right.
You want to kick it off?
Yeah, I can. Mine's a little a slight though, for real. So normally we do the nature and the animals, but I came across this joint from the Bible. Well, not the Bible itself, but like a synopsis of the Bible. And you know how if you believe in this kind of in the religious life and stuff like that, there's God and then there's Satan, right?
Right.
And obviously God has an image of one thing and Satan has an image of another thing. And when it comes down to like the images, there's a shocking fact from the Bible that kind of been floating around lately, I see. And the fact is, God in the Bible alone killed over 2 million people, and Satan has only killed 10.
Sheesh.
That is
crazy.
Yeah.
I thought you was about to go somewhere else with that because I heard some new stuff, maybe like some thing going around, but that is crazy.
Mm-hmm. So that is my what the fuck fact for today. That when you sit back and think about in the grand scheme of things, God is a far more killer than Satan is.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is mind blowing. Oh, man. All right. So for my what the fuck fact is, I'm gonna stay right there on that nature. I thought about jumping. I had a different one. I was gonna get away from the nature, but just watching videos, just trying to stockpile the facts, I came across this one.
Okay.
And you remember Forrest Gump? One of them scenes. You know what I'm saying? Popcorn, shrimp.
Oh yeah.
All the different type of shrimp. Bubba didn't warn us about a few shrimp. Are you familiar with shrimp?
Not really. I'm allergic to seafood, so outside, like I've heard of popcorn shrimp. And
not about the eating the ones who eat. But are you familiar with the species? Have you heard of any different type of shrimp?
Nah.
Okay, cool. I thought you might have heard about this. I'm glad you didn't hear about it. So it's a couple different species of shrimp out there that are like crazy when you talk about the animal kingdom.
Okay.
It's this one called, I think it's a different type. It's a mantis shrimp. I think that's like the broad name from it. Okay. But you got like a California, you got a peacock, and these shrimp have crazy weapons. With their claw, you want to talk about real life Pokemon? They can like produce like a bubble stream. Like when they close, just by them closing their claw, the velocity they can close their claw and the strength, they can stun their prey, their with this weapon, and it can if you're in a close proximity, it can heat the water up until surface is close to the sun. It's like 4,000 degrees.
Wow.
And it's so powerful that it emits light, so like you can see light and you can hear it.
Damn.
So like some of these people keep these Johns as pets, and I'm like, damn, what kind of type of tank do you need for that? Because like they literally like crabs and snails think they safe, but if that mantis shrimp get up on them and hit that shell a couple times, it cracks the shell.
Damn.
So like yeah, and then it was like the speed is like close to a .22 caliber gun.
Oh man.
So these shrimp are kind of crazy. I heard about the mantis shrimp, but what made me wanted to talk about it because it's something similar. God damn, what's the name of the shrimp? I forgot. It's another shrimp. I forgot the goddamn name of it, but that's the one that made me want to talk about it. But it's small. I think the mantis shrimp is like way bigger, so that's gonna be the better predator.
Oh, okay.
And then researching that one, I found about another type of shrimp, predatory shrimp. Like that one has what they call hammers. They call them a clubber.
Okay.
It's another one that's like a little bit more sneaky and stealthy. It lays on the bottom of the ocean.
Okay.
And they have spears. So instead of
Oh
like,
damn.
yeah, instead of like clubbing you with like crazy claws and stuff like that, like you a fish swim past it, that junk got the scorpion. Get over here, and
Oh
pulls you
wow.
down underneath the sand and goes to town on you, man.
That's like that.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
name of it. Pistol shrimp. That's the other one. Pistol shrimp.
Oh, they ain't got that gun.
Right.
Okay.
Them Jones is crazy, man. Like people got them Jones as pets. They put them in the tanks and like had them go after it, man. I seen that John like go after like crayfish and all that other stuff. And I seen a mantha shrimp go against the pistol shrimp, and like the mantha shrimp is just so much bigger. And the Jones
Right.
had like some crazy type. The manthus peacock mantha shrimp had like these crazy eyes. And, like that John can like see like how the predator see like all the colors and stuff like that.
Oh,
The
okay.
eyes work independent, so that junk can like look crazy. Jump Jones is crazy. The animals are crazy.
I'm starting to think more and more, man. Pokemon might be real, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they about to have niggas fighting niggas and shit in a little bit.
Yeah.
That's tough, because I damn sure just thought it was like, the shrimp you eat and shit, and that's it.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff out there, man.
Yeah. And then they get one of these billionaires, like a couple of these billionaires and all that, start funding some research for the ocean, man, so we can learn about all this, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, that's fire though. I definitely ain't know about that and shit.
Oh yeah, I was hoping. I'm like, he might know about mantha shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Because we both love nature.
Yeah, it be some animals, but when it comes to the water, it ain't too many variants of niggas that I know and shit.
Oh, okay. All right, man. You got anything else? Like any shout outs or anything like that?
Nah, man. It's the same old, same old. Shout out to us. We've been doing this for a little while now. Keeping things going.
Yeah, man. I'm loving it, man.
Yeah, definitely been grinding, putting in the work. Shout out the bros that I do my other content with.
Yeah, Mike.
Uh-huh.
That's the only one I know.
Oh yeah, Mike. Well, at least he's pretty much only consistent one anyway. Nigga, his cousin Mark too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All the artists, man. Dope artists, man. I think I told you that too. Like, man, watching some of them TED Talks and the performances, man. Just be dope, man.
Yeah, a lot of good talent in the area, bro. Niggas just need big opportunities, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that's it, man. Shout out to Head for the Hills podcast, TED Talks, Breaking the Narrative podcast, and yeah, if you listening, because I see we be getting listeners in like some wild areas. Follow the YouTube Head for the Hills,
Comment, talk to us, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we wait for too, man. So we get like a nice, good interactive fan base. You know what I'm saying? We can incorporate y'all in the show, answer some questions, talk about topics y'all want us to talk about. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff we can do. You know what I'm saying? And we get like good equipment. Maybe have some of y'all call in, talk in or something. You know, never know.
Facts. So definitely looking forward to getting it to that level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's so dope, man. Just to be able to interact with the fans and stuff like that. That content be like dope.
But yeah, that's it for me. What about you?
Yeah, I mean that's it, man. Closing out the episode, another Head for the Hills episode in the books.
Yep. And we out.
Bye.